guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Tannehill now to throw. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott.
To be considered for the MVP award in the NFL, it's got to be a season of not just consistency, but spectacular consistency, and he's had it all the way through.
I think you're right. He's been as consistent, more consistent probably than anybody else as the numbers bear out. And the social media chatter for the MVP races certainly start to ramp up. I know you and I have felt that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, he's in the pole position as we head down the stretch.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The numbers for Jones last week, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it's caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up, golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jacoby Myers with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. And Walker has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got his running back, Darius Geis.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First and 10 at the 26.
A little juke. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
On the ready. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Jets' 18-yard line. Let's go.
On second and a couple. Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Go. 30 base. Safety Delaney Walker. First and 2.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick hitter.
Jermaine Kearse. Touchdown, Ravens. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This one taken from the 7.
That's it, baby. We got work. They're on 36-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for it. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Tannehill now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Tannehill. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Sharice Wright could do no wrong there, able to get a hand in and knock it away. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, Tannehill. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Jones has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on fourth. And able to find Kirk complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian Kirk, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. So here now is Prescott, as his guys will go for the two-point conversion.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability, as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Oh, now he bowls him over. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man there is Patterson, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Prescott on first down. Johnson's got it complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Prescott, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now he's got it, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Prescott under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That was the corner, Robert Alford, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second and goal, Prescott. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Julio Jones. His 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Tannehill on third down. And he locates Walker, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On second down, Prescott again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Prescott looks to throw on first. Complete to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The throw complete here to Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Geis. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied.
Right there, 56. Here we go. Now.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill.
Brings up
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he... needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Here we go, 46. You got nothing. Check. Here we go, 47. 26.
Here comes the first throw at OT for Prescott. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. First down, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now Prescott. He completes it to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again, Prescott. He'll find Jones again, complete. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47.
And again, it's Prescott. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jets,